Hello YouTube, Komodo Gaming here, bringing you another episode of Scrap Mechanic. Today's episode is going to be a progress update on our post-apocalyptic farmbot world. If you've watched the past two episodes have been kind of themed around this. The first one, not really. It was more like that big thing there, the zombie buster. But I kind of figured out what I wanted to do on the last episode, the fuel tanker. But yeah, this is where the survivors are going to start out. I kept it a little bit away from town to minimize the lag. Here's a new vehicle, nothing special. I needed a vehicle that's fast and I can get from point A to B really quick instead of these big things. This is the tanker from the last episode. A lot of people have asked me to show the gas suspension, a tutorial on it. Like I said, it's not my design, and it's complicated. But once you figure it out the first time, it's relatively easy to build. So I would just suggest download the world, and if you want to pick this apart, just pull the spider web up, and you can see how it works. It's not too bad. This is just the way that I'm kind of breaking up these levels. I'm going to show you the Jeep one, just to show you that I didn't do the gas suspension on this one. I didn't have much room to work with, and I just needed a vehicle. Like I said, fast vehicle, get around. But yeah, I know some people are going to not be happy with the fact that I'm not showing me build everything right now. Reason being, I'm trying to do so many things at once in this world that it's going to be I'd have to have 1,000 different little episodes, and that's not the way I've done this. I've never done it. Well, I've never really done a world this big. But I think this is going to be the best. I can just give this to you guys in chunks, and it makes it to where it's a little easier for me to show you guys what's going on. That way it looks like there's actual progress being made. I'm going to drive into town here, and all these will be available to download as I make progress. I'm not going to hold off and say, oh, we all can't have this world until I'm done, and that's not going to happen. There'll be a download below, and I almost flipped the Jeep here. Been a little bit embarrassing, but here's the start of the town. Now, what you're going to see here, you're going to see a lot of the same buildings from the last time, but I've gone back in. A lot of people pointed out that this is a post-apocalyptic world. Where's your damage on the buildings at? I've addressed that. I leave the foliage or the grass on. That way it all grows up to the floor. It looks really cool. Here's the welcome sign for the town. It's got some damage. I've been using those bars. They look like rebar, and they look really cool. I just go in and I build a whole structure, and I go in and I start chopping pieces off it. And I've done that with a lot of it, and I feel like I'm only getting. It doesn't sound. It's not something that's hard, but trying to make stuff look natural. It's fun. This building over here is not complete. This is actually just gonna be a charred house. Here's a wall. You can see the end is near wrote on it. On the right side, I'm using more of that rebar. But yeah, like I said, I don't know what the whole farmbot thing is. And I could be looking at it completely wrong, and I'm probably thinking of this way darker than the developer actually intends on. I'm pretty sure the game itself, here's one of the farmbots that I made. I don't think it's actually I'm actually picturing the end of the world with farmbots, and it's probably something completely different for the actual game. But here's the SOS, or the help house, I'm gonna call it that. Somebody suggested to have crashed cars, and well, one's actually crashed into the house here. Let's go inside. I did a little bit of interior work here, not much. You can see the house, you can see where the car, I even deleted the fence behind it. You can see where the car came crashing in. I think it looks pretty cool. Kind of look around there. Like I said, you got all these little holes in the wall. Everything just looks like it got damaged during some sort of struggle, or and it's also it's been sitting there for a long time. Let's go over to the McDonald's here, and I do have some surprises. I'm probably going to give away most of them during this video, but each build, I'm going to start hiding some things. I'm going to let you guys go out and discover some of the items in the map. Here's the McDonald's. This one came out really good. I really like the holes in the roof. You can see the sun rays just beaming down through it. I've got another farm bot over here. Now, you've got to watch out for some of these farm bots. Some of these might have a little bit of life left in them, as you can see. Man, that head still kind of creeps me out. can only imagine what it's going to look like when these things actually move in the game, and I suppose they're going to attack you or whatever's going to happen there. But yeah, you can see all the holes in the wall. This is a really pretty neat looking building. It's a little small for a full-size McDonald's. We'll act like that's one of those really convenient, real big city, get in and out, drive through McDonald's. But yeah, let's walk over here. Like I said, a lot of these buildings are the ones you're seeing from the last episode. I did make some more new ones, but I had to go back in and start cutting these apart. You can see the Shell station here. The awning's a little bit bigger. I put a little bit of damage on the sign. I probably could have done more. Here's the holes in the roof on the awning. Let's see. Okay, I had to look at that again. I was making sure everything matched up. Let's go inside. No farm bots in this one. I'll show you the one that's on the side. But this building really came out. I like this one. This one really came out good. Like I said, with these holes, it's weird. Like you build like a building you're proud of, and it's like, all right, well, time to put holes all in it, and it's taking me a little bit to get like adjusted to. But I think the end result's actually really cool because it really does look like a rundown, something terrible has happened, kind of place. Here's another farm bot here. This one may or may not be still powered up somewhat. Walk up and it kind of moves around. I wish it moved. I've got it on the fastest setting and it still doesn't. Like I pictured it morely jumping. I'm gonna get better with using those, and I might place a couple of those where you guys can find them yourselves, and maybe we can create a little bit of a scare here. Here's the motel. Somebody suggested this. I don't really, like I said, I don't know who. It's hard to keep up with all the comments, but here's where the front desk area is. You can see it looks like something terrible's happened here. Got a couple of the guest rooms here. That one's empty. This one has help wrote on the wall. Got most of it. It's also got most of its furniture in it, surprisingly. Here's the. This is like the middle part. It's completely collapsed, and this was really fun to do. Scrap mechanic tends to lag a little bit once you get these loose parts, but once everything's settled, the lag stops. So as long as you don't run like a bulldozer through there, I'm sure the game will be fine. Here's a couple more guest rooms. There's not really much in these. There's a little bit of furniture in this one, and you can see where the wall where the bathroom is. But yeah, that's a really, I like that. I like the way that building came out. It looks like an older style motel. It's not like a new modern hotel like a Holiday Inn or anything like that. It looks like an old style motel. And here comes to our biggest building. This building lagged a little bit. I'm not finished with it. This was a school, and you can see this school is just absolutely devastated. Like there's not much left of it. We're gonna walk up. Here's where like the main area is. A lot of schools have like as soon as you walk in a big area. Sometimes the cafeteria is like right there. This is what that's supposed to be. You can see this. Like the school itself actually built up on a base. You can see like the holes in the floor. There's looks like the rebar running for the floor above. But I really like the way this looks like a bomb basically hit it. You can see all the devastation going on here. Let's see. Also, there's I'm going to show it to you here. There's a basement with how high I had to build this up. It actually left a really big hollow area down here. And I think you could probably do some cool stuff down here, something pretty creepy. So let me get the tool. See the UI, I don't know what's going on. I'm having UI issues. You can see it's like it swaps around. Once I go into the game, it looks like I should be in a car, but it seems to reset itself as soon as I like load the world back up. But I don't know. Here's the big hollow area. Like I said, we're gonna do something down there. I'm not 100% sure yet, but yeah. I'm not through with this building. I need to do the back half. I'm pretty sure it's going to look pretty much like the front half. This place is really damaged. It's really cool. I've got a layer of the concrete under here. So, and this is what it looks like when I'm doing the damage. I'm going in here. I'm cutting out different patterns, and then sometimes I'll use this. Oh, the UI is screwed up right now. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Okay, it's right here. This is what I'm using, kind of like a rebar or anything that's holding the building together, and it creates a really neat effect. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this, and like I said, thank you guys for suggesting a lot of these buildings, and I'm still going to be placing more. I'm being careful about where I place everything, trying to avoid lag. Another cool thing I started to do, let's go get the Jeep real quick. I actually pulled some of this footage and I like turned the UI off. And I think once this is through, I'm going to make more... Oh, how did I even forget this was here? Okay, well, here's one last thing to show you. This is the police car I created. It's in half. Obviously, something terrible has happened, but I don't know how I even forgot that was there. We passed right by it. Duh. Okay. Anyways, what I was saying, like I was taking some of the footage as I've been kind of doing these shots without the UI, and once I started thinking, it's like, man, this would be really creepy to have like some really creepy music and almost like a trailer to a post-apocalyptic movie. So maybe once this is through, we'll do something neat like that. I'd enjoy that. But like I said, we're still gonna do our normal builds. This is not the format I'm always going to use. I've been pretty like my format's always been pretty standard with using like showing jump cuts of the build. But here it's just a lot harder to do that, especially once I'm jumping around a lot. Like I don't only like focus on one project at a time, so it takes me a little bit to do that. But I've got this, I've got some viewer creations coming up, I've got other games coming up, some more BeamNG. Everything's fantastic. Thank you guys. We crossed 7,000 subs today, so the support has been absolutely amazing, and I'm glad you're enjoying these videos. Comment below, like the video, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Give me some more suggestions for this world, and that's going to wrap it up. We'll see you guys next time.